Coverage you can count on. The Wabash Valley's most watched newscast continues with sports.
Welcome back. I'm Marty Ledbetter. Casey Miller has the day off. The Terre Haute Rex had a rather rough week with 3 losses coming in the span of 2 days, but they bounced back last night with a win over Champion City. Despite the rough week, the Rex are still sitting where they want to be in first place of the West Division in the Prospect League. Terre Haute currently holds a 2.5-game lead over the Danville Dans with only 15 games left in the regular season. The Rex look to extend their lead later tonight at Bob Warren Field against Champion City Kings at 7:05 p.m. Coach Tyler Wampler knows just how important each game is down the final stretch of the season.
I think us moving forward, understanding that each and every day is going to be tough. So far our division's pretty tight, so you've got to come ready to play every night, and I think that's when we went through the law. We didn't realize how good the rest of the division was. So now that we've seen everyone a couple times, we're pretty confident that we're one of the top teams in the division.
Meanwhile, over in the Bigs, the Cards and Cubs played the first game of their doubleheader this afternoon at Wrigley. Top of the third, and Matt Carpenter ties this game up at 1 with the solo shot to right field. That homer extends Carpenter's home run streak to 5 straight games. Bottom of the 7th with runners on the corners, and Javier Baez delivers for the Cubbies with this bloop shot to shallow left. The Cubs blow the doors off in the 7th inning with a 4-run inning and go on to beat the Cardinals 7-2. The third golf major of the year is underway across the pond. We're off to Scotland for round 3 of the Open Championship. And on the opening hole, defending champion Jordan Spieth absolutely drills his tee shot as it rolls up onto the green for an eagle attempt. Spieth now looking at his eagle. He measures it up, he takes his shot, and it rims around the cup before finally dropping. Spieth moves to 5 under after the first hole. Later on in the 16th, Spieth taps in another birdie and moves to 9 under for the day. He'd finish with a round of 65. Spieth isn't alone atop the leaderboard, though, as fellow Americans Xander Schauffele and Kevin Kisner both finished 9 under through 3 rounds. Kevin Chappell is sitting in 4th at 7 under, and Italian Francisco Molinari is alone in 5th at 6 under. The final round begins tomorrow at 3 a.m. with the leaders scheduled to take the course around 9:45 in the morning.
I feel like my game's in good shape. It's progressed nicely. We've got pretty much a new golf tournament tomorrow. It's ideal for Carnoustie to have a bunch leaderboard and 25-mile-an-hour winds on a Sunday, because it means that someone can post a score from 6 hours before and potentially win the golf tournament tomorrow. I mean, you're in a scenario almost like the U.S. Open. I just wanted to give myself a chance after the first round, and I've done well over the 2 days.
Meanwhile, the only other golfer that could steal the spotlight from the leaderboard is none other than Tiger Woods. Woods looked like his old self earlier today with a pair of early birdies that set Tiger up for this incredible 45-foot birdie attempt on 9, and he drills it. There's the Tiger so many of us remember. Woods was 3 under after the first 9 holes. To the 10th, and Tiger keeps rolling as he nearly holds this shot from the fairway for an eagle. He'd tap in the 1-footer for back-to-back birdies. Finally, on 18, Tiger looks to put a statement on the day with another birdie attempt. He lines it up and confidently swings through the putt. It drops for Tiger, his 6th birdie of the day. Tiger finishes with a round of 66 on day 3 of the Open Championship and climbs into a tie for 6th heading into the final round. He's scheduled to tee off at 9:25 a.m. That does it for sports. Stick around. Brady Harp will have a final look at your evening's forecast after this quick timeout.
Coverage you can count on. The Wabash Valley's most watched newscast continues with sports.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Marty Ledbetter. Casey Miller has the night off. The Terre Haute Rex are trying to hold on to that top seed in the West Division, and tonight they had their chance to extend that lead as they welcomed the Danville Dans to town. Former Rockville star and current ISU pitcher Dalton Laney on the bump for the Rex in this one, and he comes out wasting little time getting this crucial strikeout with runners on for the Dans in the top of the first. Next batter up hits a chopper towards the bag at second, and shortstop Craig Shepard handles the 3-hopper and beats the runner to first. Rex get out of the jam tied at 0. Top of the second, runners on for the Dans, and it's Shepard again flashing the leather at short. The strong throw beats the runner. Rex are 1 out away from getting out of danger. Laney takes care of business to end the inning, getting his 2nd strikeout of the game. Rex still tied at 0 after 2 innings. Top of the third, runner on first, and Laney catches the Dans trying to steal. We have a pickle on our hands, and it's Dalton who finally tags the runner for the 2nd out of the inning. The Dans end up putting 4 runs across in the 5th inning, though, and go on to beat the Rex 5-1. The Recs now only sit 2 games ahead of the Dans in the West Division. After playing a pair of games Saturday, the Cardinals and Cubs found themselves playing their 5th game against each other in four days Sunday afternoon. Top of the 4th, Cardinals up 1-0 with Fowler on first, and the hit and run is on as Munoz comes up with the RBI double to left. The Cardinals take a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the 6th now, tied at 2, and that is until Kyle Schwarber gets a hold of this one and sends it to right center. The Cubs take their first lead of the day, 3-2. Bottom of the 7th, Cubs still up 3-2 with 2 on for Chris Bryant. He sends a liner into shallow left, and Addison Russell comes in from second to score. The Cubs extend their lead 4-2. The Cubs win the 5-game series, beating the Cardinals 7-2. Over to the professional football team out of Chicago now as the Bears training camp is in full swing. The new-look Bears are hoping that first-year head coach Matt Nagy and his staff will improve upon their 5-11 record from a season ago. Second-year QB Mitch Trubisky is obviously the face of the franchise right now, but it's a former Hoosier running back who's turning heads. Third-year man Jordan Howard has been impressing coaches since he got to Chicago with back-to-back 1,000-plus rushing yard seasons and 9 rushing touchdowns last year. Howard says the thing he wants to improve upon most is his ability to catch out of the backfield. Coach Nagy knows how lucky he is to inherit such a talented player.
Well, he's a patient running back that's able to, I think he has good vision. So he's patient, he has good vision. You combine that with his power that he has, and he finds ways to get yards. And then the nice thing for us is, again, you know, we can move him around, do different things, but he's excited because, and I think everybody's excited to put the pads on. And just a reminder that for these guys, tomorrow's going to be the first time that they put their pads on since the end of the season. So it'll be good to see that.
Early Sunday morning, golfers took to the course to try and win the PGA's 3rd major of the season. Who will take home the Claret Jug in the 147th Open Championship? After a great 3rd round, Tiger Woods finds himself in the hunt for not only the Claret Jug, but his 15th major championship with a birdie here on the 4th hole. Woods followed that birdie on 4 with another birdie on 6th and moved into a share for the lead and would eventually take the lead at one point. Woods would go on to stumble a little bit on the back 9, though, and he finished in a tie for 6th. Woods' partner for the day, however, was the example of perfection as Francesco Molinari gets this birdie on the 14th. Molinari would have a chance at his 2nd birdie here on the 18th and takes the outright lead. Molinari finishes with a round of 69 and becomes the first Italian to win the Open Championship and the Claret Jug. After winning the biggest championship of his career to this point, Francesco spoke about how prepared he felt coming into the final round.
Amazing to stand here with the Claret Jug. I knew I was coming in with some good golf. I felt really good this morning when I came here. I felt like I was ready for the challenge. Obviously conscious that it could have gone either way, but I knew I was gonna do my best today.
All right, thanks, Rick. That's right. Both Bar Reeve and Linton making the trip up here to Bankers Life, looking to add some history to their programs, as Bar Reeve was looking for the 2nd state title in their boys basketball tradition, while Linton was looking for their 1st. We saw 2 different styles of games played in the 1A and 2A games, but unfortunately for both teams, it was the same result as they come up just short.
They've laid it on the line every single night, and we beat some very good basketball teams and played very well at times. Not played so well at times, but it's like Steve said, I think they're a gritty bunch of players, and I'm tremendously proud of them. Today's game doesn't take anything away from that.
We were very close. We had a couple good looks late that if they go in, we're wearing different color metal, but these guys have nothing to be ashamed of. I thought we were excellent. I would coach 31 more games with these guys.
That is the 5th time in program history that Bar Reeve has finished as the Class 1A runner-up. Linton finishes in Class 2A runner-up for the 2nd time. Both teams will be making strong returns next year and looking to get that final step and bring home a different colored medal. Reporting in Indianapolis for Sports 10, I'm Marty Ledbetter. Back to you.
Let's go! When we set out in the summertime, the only people that probably believed this moment was going to happen were sitting right here. Right? These people right here. Now everybody else better believe it, because we're going to play for a ring, baby!